Welcome everyone to this episode of the Sky Realm. I am so stoked to have you here with us. I am Bodhi, your unexceptional dungeon master, and I am joined by our exceptional cast of players today. Quickly before we get into the game though, here's a couple of quick shout outs. Shout out to our editing team of Becky and Ben. Shout out to the art team, Victor, Josh, and Alex. And also shout out to Underground Oracle Publishing, the sponsors of the Sky Realm. And if you're enjoying any of the character that Blake is playing, Toad, if you're enjoying any of the spells that he's using as a bard, all of that content has been created by Underground Oracle Publishing, and they have allowed us to use it here in this game. So if you're enjoying that, definitely go check them out. They're one of the best third-party supplement creators out there at the moment, so definitely go check them out. Otherwise, guys, in the last episode, our players were in the club partying out, taking some illicit substances, and dealing with some shady figures around the place before they left with Uma to head to deep downtown, where they were informed that they would be doing some sort of illegal activity by launching things at Imperial Sky Zephyrs, is what they've been told. And as they make their way through downtown, they see a bunch of guards cleaning up the mess that they made when Rom attacked them a few days ago. So as our players arrive in deep downtown, we're going to be getting into this episode. So, if you are all sat comfortably, let's begin.
And as she kind of like ducks in through the crack and goes through, you see some like lights kind of flick on inside as she kind of like gestures for you guys to follow her inwards.
Is this where we're gonna? Is this it? Is this where we're gonna be?
She pokes her head back out. Yeah, come through. I'll show you. Come on, come check it out.
Gio's struggling with his shell and his just big size to wedge through. And he starts. He tries to back through.
Turns side on, maybe.
Then he gets down on his hands or his two sets of legs. Then he finally finds a way where he can kind of suck his front in a little bit, concave it in, and angle the shell in.
And I give you a bit of a push. There you go.
Yeah. So, as you guys kind of make your way through the crack and get into this space, what you see is that in between the two outer bits of the wall, there is like this hollowed out kind of section. And you can see that this is a very nice little area. You can see that Uma has strung fairy lights that kind of go around like the top of the wall area that is there. You can see that she's got a couple of like bean bags tucked in one corner next to what looks like a large pile of alcoholic bottles of different spirits kind of tucked next to it. You can see that there's a chest with some items kind of like playing out, like a bit of cloth, you know, that looks like a part of a dress is kind of flowing out of the box. And there's a couple of like little stools and stuff. On the far side, across from where the beanbags are on the other side, there is like a large two-handed crossbow just kind of leant up against the wall with a box of like vegetables next to it. And she's like, "Welcome to my very special place. This is my special place. This is where I go when my dad's being a dick and I want to get away from the uptown life. I come here and I read and I relax down here."
It's like a clubhouse.
Yeah, and you know, you're all so awesome. I typically don't show people this very often, but I just really appreciated what you guys did for me earlier today. You know, with those two guards, and you know, seeing you at the club, I wasn't sure whether you were going to come. I'm just stoked to have you all here. So thanks for coming and joining me. Would anyone like a drink?
Are you making?
Was she written on the wanted poster too, right? She was on there too.
She was indeed, yes, she was indeed.
Oh, she
About
was.
that, you may need to lie low. There's a couple of wanted posters from. They left filming out of the whole excursion that happened, so you may need to. I don't know if it's gonna be a problem for you, but yeah, there's a couple of wanted posters, and your likeness is definitely on one.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? You know, you said a couple of wanted posters. Was it me and anyone else? Like, was it you guys as well, or was it just me?
It was all of us that were there, not those two.
Oh. Okay, well look,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. By the way, I'm totally cool with being wanted, that's fine. My dad will get me out of that, no problem.
And it wasn't a very
Well,
good likeness of the end, so it could be it.
Hold on. Let's
Dog.
rewind. Your dad will get you out of it?
Yeah, so, by the way, I know your friend that was with you, the automaton fellow, mentioned that he knew me. I'm not sure if he explained to you who I am. Did he explain to you guys?
Yeah, he mentioned it, that your mom and him knew each other, and
Yeah, so my name is, actually my full name is Aluma Carlisle. I'm daughter to Malcolm Carlisle, and she kind of leans in and kind of giggles, the exiled daimyo of the Imperial City. You know, the guy who runs the People's Republic. That's my dad.
yeah, he did mention something about that. He's exiled?
Yeah, so when I was really young, I don't really know the like details of it, but yeah, he like did something and he ended up getting like exiled, and that's why we live in the People's Republic up in the Carlisle compound. As he says this, Toad and Arnar, you know that the very top of the People's Republic island, the only bit that isn't covered by shadow and shade is the Carlisle compound, a large, like, huge area that they have with like grass and like fountains, and like it's meant to be this like marvelous like palacey kind of area at the very top of the island. And she's like, yeah, we come down there, but you know, my dad, look, I can speak to him for you guys, but he's a bit of a fucking dick. I know he'll get me off because, you know, he doesn't want me looking bad on him, so he'll definitely get me out of it, but I can try and speak to him for you guys if you want as well.
Maybe keep our names. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's not. Does anyone want a drink, by the way, while we're all here? And feel free to sit down and like take a seat, find a corner somewhere. Like no problem at all.
Blanco sort of goes round the room and just sort of like sniffing around, sort of like just checking out. And,
Are you investigating?
yeah.
Make an investigation check for me. Go for it.
17.
17. Well, the 17, you're kind of sniffing around and kind of looking, and you kind of come to the chest, and you're a little bit behind Uma at this point. You've kind of like gone around the side and are like behind her as she's talking to you. You kind of like nuzzle the chest and you like lift it a little bit. As you look inside, you can see the thing that's kind of laying out is a gorgeous blue, like aqua blue gown that is kind of like just draping out a little bit. It's this stunning, like almost made out of like velour kind of material gown that is like aqua blue, just kind of poking out from there.
I don't mean to sort of be nosy or rude. Or
She's like, oh, I didn't even notice you there. Hey.
You have a beautiful gown. Is this part of a costume, or is this something that...
You see her quickly stamp on the chest and close it shut and go, I'd rather not talk about that. Yeah, sorry. No, it's fine. It's just private stuff. You know, like I said, this is like my like secret little space, so I keep all the stuff that's important to me here, like my alcohol and my crossbow and the stuff in my chest. It's just stuff from my past, you know, things like that.
Did anybody else notice?
Yeah, everyone else heard and saw that. Yeah, everyone else heard and saw that.
And can I... Will I know anything about this gown? Like, does it have any historical like significance if this person's basically like a princess?
Yeah, please. Yeah, you can definitely make a history check or investigation, whichever you prefer.
Bad.
Could
10.
10?
Unless someone
Yes.
wants to help. I don't know how they would though, but that's a 10.
Well,
For history, I got a 21 because I feel like I've been in time too, so I feel like I might know as well. It's just being in.
Yeah, of course.
So.
Yes, Amber, what did you want to say?
well, I was gonna say maybe I could sleight of hand like something in that looks important into my pocket to see if it.
Like,
Sorry, I like ADHD brained and like my
That's all
train
good.
of thought went off into the valley.
it's all good. So you want to do a sleight of hand to try and get something from the chest, or are you looking to grab something else from the room? Because she's currently got her foot on the chest and is like looking at you guys and is turned to like have Blanco and like all of you be like in her like line of sight right now.
Oh, fuck. Well, I mean, I was thinking, you know, something that could be relevant to her identity or could be used potentially to, like, buy us off later.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Like,
Let's go for this. I'll let you know when there's an opportunity and then we'll go for it. How's that sound?
that works,
Right.
yeah.
Awesome. So with a 22 history check, Toad, as someone who is, you know, experienced much and spent much time with R&R, someone who's well educated, and as someone who is probably experienced Imperials to a certain degree, you actually recognize that dress. And you recognize it because you've seen, now you remember, Uma in that dress. And you've seen her at a public speaking that the Carlyles did many years ago, where they came out and did a public speaking. And she was in a gorgeous aqua blue gown as she stood next to her father, Malcolm Carlyle, the gentleman with like long kind of white beard, white hair tied up nice and tight, and again, kind of these like blue flowing gowns. And with her brother, a gentleman that has black, a younger gentleman with like black hair that's kind of spiky, and he has half of it's like whitish and half of it's like black in kind of color. And yeah, you remember her wearing that gown at that public speaking that they did.
Remember any pertinent thing about the public speaking was about anything major? Just a normal kind of public speaking engagement.
It was one of those ones. It was, you know, those things where, you know, public figures go out and try and be like, you know, we're doing all that we can at the moment. We're working for the people. You know, we're trying to do this, and it's just filled with bullshit. It's just a complete farce. You know, they're like putting up a facade. You know, when you know you're on the streets, Toad and Arna, you guys know that the people are struggling. It's not going well for the people, and they're not fucking trying to help the people. So it's like one of those kind of like make a public, like almost like a rally, I guess you would almost call it. You know what I mean? A one might even call it a Trump-like rally in some sort of sense of you know, that kind of energy was there from the uptown folk, like lots of them believing it, but you know, the people who really live in it know what kind of fucking bullshit was coming out of their mouths, basically.
In that
That guy.
I look to Arnar and realize that part of the reason we're here is the conversation I had with Arnar, and I step forward and I say, Uma.
Yeah, and she like turns to reach down and grabs like a bottle, and she's like, well, drink, anyone? And grabs a glass in the other hand.
I'll probably, do you have something? I was not feeling great at the club, so if you have something like a soft drink or some type of...
Oh, I have something special. One second. She puts the alcohol back down, turns around, lifts up the lid of the chest, and begins kind of fiddling around and pulls out a water skin. Yes, Amber.
I want to insight check her. I'm getting big sus vibes.
Go for
Huge
it.
sus vibes.
Please go
Like,
for it, yeah.
If this were Among Us, I would hit the button.
I saw her venting.
I saw her venting. That's a 23. My first good roll of the fucking day.
23. So with the 23, you definitely know she's drunk. She's definitely got like alcohol in her system and is like, you know, there's moments where, you know, she has like a little bit of a stumble, a little bit of like a slur of a word here or there. And she's not using slurs. She is slurring a little bit.
Yeah, no, I got you.
And other than that, what you're kind of deducing is that with that really high roll, you're deducing that this girl doesn't have many friends. And you guys are maybe some of the first people that she's trusted in a while. And what you're deducing is that she's trying her best to make you guys feel comfortable in her sacred little space. And she's just trying to just be, you know, the rocker kind of rebellious side that she looks like from the outside has kind of faded away a little bit, and there's just this kind of overarching niceness about what she's trying to do that may come across a little bit weird because she's being a little bit over nice. She's trying to get you guys to be comfortable, and like she's dragged you down here and is not shooting things at stuff yet. She's just trying to like make everyone comfortable and chat to everyone at this moment.
That
So
vibe, that young kind of vibe. Yeah, that.
yeah, exactly. She's young as well. You know, she's very much like what you would consider by looks like early 20s for like an elf. She's probably, you know, like 50 years old, 50, 60 years old,
Yeah.
you know. And she's like, I've got it. She pulls out a water skin and she's like, this is, I stole this from my dad. It's some pure crystal, undyed water from the Imperial Reservoir in the Imperial District. We were doing a little tour and I nabbed it off one of the counters. I've been like sipping little bits of it because it's, you know, it's so good. Here. And she's like, please, have a little bit, everyone, and enjoy it. Like, I can get another one anytime. Like, it's not a problem. I can get another one. So please finish it, the rest of you.
While
Yeah,
the lid is open, sorry, could I do an
No, go
insight
ahead.
check?
You can, what, to see what's in the
because
thing?
I'm by the chest and she's left the lid open.
Yeah.
Can I just see
You
if
don't-
there's anything
You
else?
don't need to make an investigation check. I'll just tell you what you can see. But
Okay.
I first want to just hear what Amber wants to say. Go for
sorry,
it.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, no, it was just like, you know, kind of explaining Evis's like thought of like,
Hmm.
okay, Blanco and Geo just got fucked up, and this you know, we go to this like secondary location, and instantly it's like, okay, drink something.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like alarm bells going off.
Yeah, 100%. And what you can see, Blanco, as you look inside the chest, you can see that the gown is in there very much. You can see that there is a painting, a small like portrait painting of a woman that looks very much like Uma, but older. And you can see that in there as well is a scroll tied tight with a piece of leather like tie, basically, and it's rolled up next to like the photo and the gown. You can also see that there's a couple of like books in there. There's a couple of like tomes, I guess, of writing, and you can tell that they are in terms of like genre and like what they are. You can tell that they're like fantasy books, written. You know, that she's just been like indulging. You know, like a series of fantasy books that you can see the same authors on the front and things like that. As she kind of, you know, hands the water skins around, she's like, yeah, guys, like, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate all of you, you know, coming down. And also, I know Evis, Blanco, Geo, your other friend I think was called Ron. What are you guys called? And gestures to, does the old like bull horns to R&R and Toad. What are you two called?
Well, that depends who you're talking to. Most people, or at least my friends, know me as R&R Grey Wolf Detective.
Oh.
The best detective.
You flatter me, but some other people know me as the Mall.
Oh, I've actually heard of both of you. Both of your yous. Both of yous. I've heard of you and you. And like the fighting and I mentioned, you know, that investigation that I read a bit about. They mentioned something about an R&R Grey Wolf, and my dad was saying that, you know, you were a problem or something, and that, you know, he wasn't like, you know, like that they need to keep an eye on like the people in downtown a bit more and stuff like that. So yeah, I know both you and you. You.
Hold on.
Let's go back a
little bit.
Yeah. Yes. Well, did I say something to offend you? I'm sorry.
No, not at all. I don't. What, if you don't mind, out of my own self-preservation. What exactly did your father say about me?
Just gonna make a drunken history check here to remember.
Drunken history.
I rolled 2 14s. God damn.
Oh,
That's wild.
yeah.
She kind of looks and she's like, well, like, you know, like, he was just saying that, you know, if there's, you know, investigators snooping around, you know, that could be a problem at some point. And he just said, you know, like, just keep an eye on the people of downtown. But I think he was referring more to specifically, like, you-ish. But, you know, he just said that, you know, like, investigators can be, like, pests, you know, like, they can be, do you get what I mean? Like, they could be pests, you know, a problem kind of thing.
What does your dad do with pests, though? What does he do with pests? As a follow-up question.
Well, here's the thing. Me and him aren't super close anymore as such, and because of that, you know, he doesn't really involve me in much of his, like, stuff. Like, my brother is a lot more, like, involved in, like, the family business kind of side of things. Like, you know, I like hanging out with, like, people from downtown, and they don't. And, you know, like I'm just not in with them as much as I was when I was young. Like, my dad really, like, thought that I was gonna, you know, like, follow in his footsteps, and I fucking hate what he does. He treats people like shit. He treats me like shit. He treats my brother like shit, but that dumb little bastard can never see it. You know, he's just who he is. And so, like, yeah, I don't know what he would do to an investigator, but I will tell you this. He's the only person that I've ever truly been scared of, I think, if I'm really honest deep down inside. Like, though I, you know, go against his wishes often, you know, his wrath is mighty, and you see her kind of, like, pause for a second and think about what she's about to say. You know, what he did to my brother is unforgivable. So, you know, I've distanced myself. That's all I know about
It's okay. If you don't mind me asking, what did he do to your brother? If you don't mind me, I know that's you don't have to answer, but
I don't know exactly how it went down as such, but my family are connected to something in this, I guess, higher power, whether it be Deus, Ventus, something else of the old beasts. I don't know, but they're connected in some way that they have this, like, power within them. I wasn't born with it. You know, my mother was an incredible arcane user, and my father has this like, shocking kind of just electrical energy within him. And my brother, he thought my brother had it as well, and my brother showed signs when he was younger. And so my dad just tried to push him to use his abilities in a way that would make him stronger, and I wasn't there on the day, but all I know is that our dojo burnt to the ground, and my brother has been scarred ever since. For God's sake, he's missing a fucking arm. Like, what father does that to their son?
I'm so sorry, Rainfall. I don't know if I can exactly relate to what you're saying, but I guess everyone has some sort of family stuff, and I certainly have my share of my dad and my brother thinking about me in ways that are really tough. I can really appreciate what you're saying. And just know that we are here. I guess we don't know each other very well, so I wouldn't say we're here to become best buddies, but we're here because we think that you are in the same type of mindset as we are. And I look to Arnar, and I'm trying to get a cue from him on whether it's time to ask some deeper questions. We're just sort of lost right now on the city, and we don't really have a dynamic of, your father, and we've heard about this big trial that's coming up and all sorts of crazy things, and we're just not sure what's what.
I
look to Arnar again, just quickly.
Well, if you're lost, I know that a few years ago when everything happened when my brother and I really struck out against my family, as someone who doesn't have the same abilities as them, I went in search of direction, of help, and the Dawn actually really helped me. I'm not sure if you've gone to the bathhouse, but there's a guy there called Don Leone who is typically willing to help lost souls and people in trouble. He helped me greatly. At this point, you see her kind of reach into her back pocket and pull out a silver container that's about yay big. She flips it open and pulls out a cigarette basically, and taps it on the side of the wall basically before putting it in her mouth. Look what he gave me. And you see her click her fingers, and a purple flame ignites at the end of her finger as she then inhales sharply, shakes her hand out, and the flame disappears. And she's like, the Dawn has been so good to me. If you needed help, that would maybe be the first place I would go. I could maybe even put in a good word with him if you wanted.
Give Arnar a look quickly, just a look. No, for now, just please don't. Make sure that we don't need our names in anyone's kind of ears. So yeah, we don't need anyone. We don't need to just see our names could be. We need that anywhere out there.
No problem. I won't let any. I won't. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Did you want to say something?
He gave you cigarettes?
No. This, and she shoots the flame again, and is like, the fire.
I was actually confused. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. The fire. I was just a nobody, especially to my family, and he's given me the ability to be somebody, I guess. But
you were always someone before that. I mean, I know how you felt, but you were somebody before the Don did whatever he did. You've always been somebody. But
you know how it is without the power. We can't do much.
How is your brother with your father now? Because let me tell you, to be in a fire is petrifying, and to receive such a wound, he must be scarred.
Like a lapdog. Like an absolute lapdog. And he at this point suffered quite grave injuries, but I don't know why, but he will do anything and everything my father asks of him. When he says jump, he doesn't say how high, he says, let me get as high as I can for you, father. And I don't know, I've been trying to speak to Maddox. We used to be really close as well, and in the last couple of years have drifted quite heavily.
Maddox is his name?
Yeah, Maddox is my brother.
Right, and there wasn't anybody else involved in this fire, potentially, maybe, that got burnt or anything?
As far as I know, my father and my brother were going for a training session to enhance my brother's electric abilities.
Did your father sustain any injuries?
I don't know. What is weird, and I've been wondering for a while, is since that incident, he's been wearing gloves pretty consistently.
And this Blanco is just like,
So gloves. Okay, so maybe he just looks at
Dios mío. And Blanco's like getting het up.
I'm gonna go over to Blanco really quickly. I'm gonna fly over to Blanco. Be like, hey, you're not feeling very well. You need to sit down. You need to sit down right now. Just sit down for 1 second. Just
Are you telling Blanco to sit right now?
Okay, well, I'm like, okay. Not like that. We know, Blanco, I'm a toad. I'm not, there's no way we do that to Blanco. No. Come on, guys.
But if this is, this is somebody that maybe,
Yes.
I
know. Let us do our. Like I said, we have honor here. Like, let us do our job. We gotta see everything first. We can't jump to conclusions. I've learned from Arno.
The hair on my back is now standing on edge, and I sort of got a little bit of a snarl going on. Like I'm riled up.
Blanco, look at me.
See.
We will just take a deep breath. We are getting to the bottom of this, but we need to just handle this. Let us do our research. Just trust us, okay? Just trust me. Like you saved me before, way back then. I'm asking you just to trust me.
I've never been this close. I know.
And in order to get closer, we need to play it cool, okay? Cool jazz. In order to get closer, we gotta just.
You will need to help me. You will need to help me to stay calm.
No, I got you, okay?
Arnar, what's up?
Arnar is gonna kind of lean in to our new friend here and say, "This is a bit of a long shot, but do you know the name Meridas Kulinov by any chance?"
No, not that I've heard of. I mean, he sounds like a dick. That name is like something you would give a child that you hate.
Yes. Yes, I would agree.
Who is he? Is he your dad? Or your brother? No, you said you're a gray wolf. Is he your cousin?
If that were the case, I would disown myself immediately. No. Fortunately, I am, as far as I'm aware, unrelated. But he is a thorn in the side of anyone who decides to meet him.
Oh, well, I'll make sure I keep my ears to the ground, and when I next speak to the Don, I'll maybe ask if he knows anything about him, and then if I see you again, I can pass some information on to you. Yeah.
Again, don't. If I hear this, don't
Oh no! I won't say your names. No. I'll ask as if I want to know him. Like the old oh, who's this Meridas Kurkanov?
Kulinov, yes.
Kulinov.
He looks like he has soft bones that could be easily sprayed across concrete.
I think I appreciate you willing to help us, but let's slow down first. I mean, we don't want to put you in any kind of trouble. You know what I mean? Because asking questions that can look weird. So maybe just for now, we'll play it cool. We'll see.
Of course.
But the information we definitely appreciate. Like this has been a fantastic amount of information. So we definitely, and listen to your own abode.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And if you guys ever need to escape reality, just come down here. I'm down here often, and but be careful. I'm not sure. You mentioned earlier tonight. Sorry, that you had fought City Boy. He actually lives down here. He lives just along the wall a little bit. So just be careful. He sometimes, me and him have a good rapport at this point, but you got to just be careful. This is his territory now. So if you do come down here,
I saw him about.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you just need to be careful because this is. I've come down here and made a small space, but this is where he lives now. So if you are coming down, just be careful.
One last thing, Uma. First of all, this water it's just some of the. I've not tasted water like this, and you said it was crystal.
Do you know what? Let me tell you. Do you know why that water tastes so good? Because that is water that has come straight from the rain collection in the Imperial City down the cord to the People's Republic, to the Imperial Reservoir. That is the cleanest water you can get on this island. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's got a bit of pipe to it, but you know, the cord I believe is maintained pretty well. So, you know, it's nice, isn't it? It's got like, doesn't have that tang that the dyed water has.
No, not at all. And I don't know, I've studied history, and I know that there's a group of people that sometimes look to access this type of water, the water runners. And I just stopped.
Arnar gives you a look.
Okay. As you say this, you see her eyes widen. As she slowly just raises a fist to you all like this and goes, "Defiant?"
I look to Arnar.
Insight.
Are you inciting?
No, that's a 10. That's a 10. That's a 10.
I look to Arnar, but then I also
I have a... Yeah, Arnar, I don't think will stop you. I feel like he's definitely prepping to I'm gonna say this politely, knock this poor woman's lights out if he needs to.
Yeah, I rolled a 19, but I also
With insight? Cool. She is outright declaring something to you right now. This is like a defamation and also a question at the same time. That fist is like, if you do that fist to the wrong person, it's bad times. So the fact that she's giving you that symbol right now means that there's a level of her wanting this to be what it is, and also a recklessness from being drunk that are kind of blending together.
I figured with the Dawn, there had to be something else going on. That was
All the Dawn give you powers.
yeah, Warlock of the Dawn. What the fuck?
At this moment, Blanco can't think of anything else. He's not really listening to, you know, what's being said, the defiant. He's like, it's almost like frothing at the mouth, almost like a rabies, sort of like going into this. And he looks up and he says, "You say your father wearing gloves. Where is your father most of the time?"
He rarely leaves our compound up at the top of the city. He spends most of his time in the compound.
And to maybe, would you like, maybe we could go there one time, you know, we are becoming friends, you know, friends go together.
We can play a show. Maybe we can play your father a show is what Blanco's trying to say. We're actually in a band, the Green Jalapenos. I don't know if you've heard of us. I mean, we played a show not too long ago. It's pretty big, a big thing.
Yeah.
I have
your
not.
father musicians there sometimes, so maybe we can go, you know, play him a song, just show him, you know, appreciation from the downtown.
I was gonna say, fuck it. We have like a small swimming lake. If you'd be interested in joining us, you could come and you could like come and swim in the lake with us, or like just come spend the afternoon. That's not a problem. I don't mind you guys. Yeah, come visit me up at the compound as well. I'm happy for that. Evis.
That is a must.
Oh.
I mean, that is a thing we would like to do.
I mean, is it private? I mean, if we're wanted, if 3 out of the 5 of us are wanted currently by...
yeah. That's a good point.
I
But
mean,
they do not have a good picture of me. I
but
can...
they have good...
But they already do know about Arnar and probably myself as well.
Yeah.
Was it Arnar in the article, or did her dad talk about...
Why don't we
I can't hide
rank
being
this?
blue.
Yes, and additionally, if your father already doesn't like me, perhaps I should not show my face there as a performer.
Do you know what? What we'll do maybe is, you know, if there's a time when, you know, my dad is like, I don't know, going up, you know, he sometimes has meetings in the Imperial City, or, you know, things like that. If he goes out sometime, maybe I'll see if I can get a sending spell to you, and, you can come like, and you can like break in, and we'll raid his like liquor cabinet and go swimming in the lake if you want.
If you could just get a glimpse of his hands, we might know someone who, if he is hurt at all, we know some pretty good doctors may be able to help. You know what I mean? So treading on his good graces. And so if you notice his hands, it does seem like his hands are kind of like they are, in fact, getting damaged any which way. We know someone who can definitely help healing and that kind of.
Can you please make a persuasion check with advantage? That was fucking clever. I also just want to say, at this point, I want everyone to take inspiration. I actually was going to give it to you after the club bit. Your guys' bit in the club was just awesome in like the last couple of sessions, so everyone gets inspiration, by the way, as well.
Inspiration?
Sick.
Pardon? It's DM inspiration.
No, what's the roll? What's the dice?
Size? Yeah, it's a D8. D8.
Because
cool.
you wouldn't tell me the DC, because I got a 17 before, where I'm going to use my inspiration. Fuck it, I'm going to use it. You get inspiration, you use it. And didn't really do anything, so. Yeah, I know. 18. 18.
With an 18, you see her like, yeah, maybe he's like, I don't know. All I know is that like, when he last like put his hand on me, which was, God, maybe 2 years ago now, his hand felt bonier than usual. Like there wasn't, I don't know, like it just, you know when there's like some padding to some hands, it just felt like through the glove was like bone almost. That's the only way I can describe it, really.
That's not, ooh. Like I said, we may know someone actually can help with that, so if you do meet him again, if you kind of get a glimpse, just let us know what it is. The more details we know about it, the more we can see how we can help with it. So, just anything, coloration, just anything like that, we can definitely see if we can think about it, you know.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled. I'll try and maybe get a glimpse of them. Maybe I can catch him after a shower, or maybe when he's sleeping or something. I don't. Yeah, I'll see what I can do to help you guys out, and who knows, that information might even help the Dawn. Yeah.
This would be very helpful. And Blanco's coming round. He realizes he's got to play this cooler. He's sort of like, and he looks at Toad, and is like, you know, realizes that Toad is going about this the right way, and that he is just sort of like getting het up and headstrong, and senses that Toad is sort of helping him here, and realizes that this might be a slower burn than a rush to get in.
Guys, I first of all, thanks for coming. I hope you're all feeling like super comfortable and whatnot. Do you want to go shoot some stuff at some ships?
If I may be forward.
Please, don't be backwards.
Oh, that was a joke. I see.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm typically not too great with that. So we know she's one of the cool folks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you've heard of the situation with young Barnaby, correct?
Oh yeah, it's terrible. The Dawn was talking to me about it a couple days ago. Yeah, it's really bad.
What if I told you he's not going to be in prison tomorrow?
I would probably ask you how you know that, I guess.
I have it on good authority. And I kind of cross my arms so the muscles flex a little bit.
Oh, okay. What do I think when you fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, yeah, if he's not good, that's awesome. Like, the kid was in so much trouble, and anything to fuck my dad over, that's great. Like, yeah, awesome.
Can you do us a favor?
I Maybe? What's the favor?
Can I reiterate myself? Can you do something for the Defiant? Very special mission.
One sec, are you Defiant as well? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, what did you have in mind?
Considering the fact that you are essentially immune to most punishments that this legislation can dish out, would you mind running interference for us? Throwing things at various Imperial ships, creating a ruckus downtown, creating a ruckus uptown, generally spreading mayhem, well, to simply provide cover for the real mission.
Yeah. When is this going down? Have you got?
We need a map.
You need a map of what?
We need to know.
This is going down tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what R&R says, but we need the inner workings of the prison and the water reservoir to understand all the entrances, all the exits. We need a map.
I have no idea where you could get that. But as far as a distraction, you see her walk over to the two-handed crossbow, picks it up, puts it on the ground and pulls the string back, loads in a tomato, and goes, I would be delighted to distract in any way that I can. Do you have a time? Like, when do you need me to be down here doing this? Will you do a sending spell to inform? Like, I want to coordinate this so I'm not just distracting them at like 10 a.m. tomorrow and it's the wrong time.
Oliver can send sending, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, good. Because none of us have it. I was like, dang.
We have somebody who will reach out to you. Just maximum chaos. As many people frame this as a fun little, what do you call it? Punk excursion or something of the like. Just dismantle the authority, what have you. Whatever seems most in character for you. Obviously, I think we would all prefer no casualties. But it needs to be loud, it needs to be obnoxious, and it needs to be able to cover the extraction.
Okay, so do you want the distraction to get in or to get out? It sounded like to get out more than to get in.
I think we can handle getting in. Getting out will be the issue at hand, I think. Okay. Give me a sending spell 2 hours before so I can get down here, and then give me another sending or some sort of message when it's time, and I will go ham. I will shoot every Zephyr that comes through that Imperial barrier, good or bad. I will, and not to mention, I'll shoot it at the barrier and set off the alarm. I'll really go to the extent and try and draw as much attention down here. Are you actually planning on breaking him out?
We are.
Yes.
You see her like, damn, you guys are cool. I chose some good friends. Jesus Christ. Who are you people?
Keep it on, you know what I mean? It's just keep it on the hush, so you know what I mean? Keep it on the,
Yeah, of course. I know, I want to tell you, that's awesome, though. You guys are awesome. I've just been, helping the Dawn with information from my dad, but, to meet, actual Defiant members that are gonna, yo, this is fucking awesome. You guys are so awesome. Wow. Yeah, I'm in. I'm so in. Okay, cool. In that case, I could probably do with sobering up and having a good night's sleep so that I'm all good to go for tomorrow. What about you guys? Are you guys do you have a place to stay? Do you need somewhere to stay? I know I just saw you today and you said you were new to the city, so do you need a place to stay?
We have a place to stay.
Yeah, you have a place.
Multiple, actually, but regardless, I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder and say, we are thunderclouds. We bring lightning, which brings pain, but we also will bring back the rain.
Wow.
You see her look you in the eyes. And kind of pause for a moment. I haven't heard that since my mother was alive. My mother used to say that to me as a child.
Really?
Yeah.
That's odd. My mother would... It's irrelevant. But regardless, thank you.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Any help that I can give you guys, like, I'm just thinking, just like spitballing here, but like, what if like, after I've done that, I'll like set off the alarm and then I'll run like through the city and I'll try and cause like more chaos in different parts of the city and see if we can get some like, you know, so they don't know what's going on.
Yes.
You know what? I'll talk to some friends of mine and see if they're willing to help out. I have a couple of friends that would definitely be happy to kick over some stuff and throw things at things and do the cool stuff that you guys are doing.
Just do cool stuff. Remember, they say no to do something cool. They don't need to do anything deeper about it. Just that they're messing with the man. So that's all your friends need to know.
Of course, you know the word of the Defiant is sealed. That's of course. Yeah.
Can you also promise us that you'll be careful?
Yeah, of course. I'll do my best. I don't want to, you know. And yeah.
Also,
do you want to meet? Like, do I need to rendezvous afterwards, or like, what's the plan afterwards? What do I do?
We'll reach out to you afterwards. Trust me, we'll make sure we reach out. But things may be kind of hairy, so.
Okay. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. No problem whatsoever. I will wait for you guys, and I'll be there the moment you guys need me. That's not a problem at all. Cool. She puts the loaded crossbow against the wall, and it like fires, and the tomato like splats against the roofing section of the wall. She's like, oh shit. Damn, I guess I'm a little bit more waved than I thought. Okay. So if I'm gonna be ready, I'm gonna head home and try and get a few hours of sleep so that I can be ready to help you guys tomorrow. Guys.
Evis put a hand. Oh, go ahead.
No, please. Yeah.
Evis do the hand of healing thing again and put a hand on her shoulder so at least mentally she clears up a little bit. Maybe if she's going to be helping us with this, a lower chance of a hangover in the morning would probably be the best idea.
Of course.
Evis is like the ultimate group parent.
Like, coming over and sorting it all. She goes. She goes to talk. She goes to talk, and like you put her hand. She's like, I promise I'll be safe. And guys, can I just say, my mother used to say that fates were intertwined, that the gods had a preordained path for us. Maybe we were meant to meet each other. Maybe you guys are how I, get to the next level. Maybe I help you save Barnaby and we help hundreds of thousands of people. I don't know, but I'm getting a tingly feeling that tells me that I made the right decision tonight.
I'll say this too, that no matter what though, just you are worthy of being a person no matter what happens, what doesn't happen. So don't ever feel like you need to do something to kind of prove it to anyone else. As long as you're happy with yourself, that's all that really matters. So I don't know. You're a person, that's all I'm trying to say. There's nothing, no matter you're standing or not standing, you're a person. So
you see at this moment, her eyes begin to well up with tears. As her head kind of drops and a few tears fall from her face, and you watch them hit the ground and little puffs of dust kind of come up as they do hit the ground. She looks up again and goes, that means a lot. I really just don't feel like I have much of a place in. You guys are amazing. Thank you. And she puts her arms out for like a group hug. And is like, okay, come here. Just give me a bit of love. And puts her arms out, starts herding you guys together for a group hug.
Gio comes in straight away.
R&R is very kind of...
I'm like stuck, like my claimant is like getting stuck. As soon as we're touching me, I'm being like stuck too.
She hugs and she's like, guys, thank you. You will rock. And she kind of breaks away and she's like, okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Do you know your way back to where you're staying from here?
Yes.
We've got a map.
Yeah. Okay. I'll catch you then. And she goes, wait 1 second. I've got an idea. Push her hand and she's like, Nook Squad for life. Let's go.
The what?
The Nook like isn't like we're in a Nook.
We have so many team names at this point. Why not? Put his hand in.
Yeah, let's Nook it in, I guess.
Yeah. Woo. Okay.
Squad. Yes.
You guys are amazing. I'll wait for your spell tomorrow. I'll see you guys. And you see her just turn everything off before you leave. And she just like dips out of the crack and disappears into the night as you guys are left standing in the empty space.
As she's left the chest open, can I
Yeah,
have a look what is in the chest and at the scroll that's...
Definitely. 100%.
Do I have to roll to see if I can...
No, you can just look around. No, you're all good. And like,
can I see what
you can roll investigation to see if there's anything more than just what is overtly there for you to see.
I'd flow over Blanco too as they're looking. I'd flow over to them.
You can have advantage, Tracy, because Toad's helping you.
Okay. Help. 10.
10. With the 10, you're looking through and you can't really see much. As you open the scroll, you see that it's a contract. That it's got very formal writing in it. You can see that there's a signature from Uma at the bottom. That instead of being like with like ink, there's like a section of the paper that has been burnt away in the shape of a signature. And you can see below it, there is another signature that you can tell belongs to Don Leone.
I fucking knew it.
I think, can anybody read this? I cannot read. Maybe R&R. Take a look at this. This is in there. This is in the...
R&R puts on his tiny little spectacles that sit just on the brim of his nose.
Let's hit up Blanco too after that.
Do I know it's a warlock contract?
Yeah, you would know that this is a standard contract of an agreement that has been made where Uma will provide information to the Dawn in exchange for the ability to control the Eldritch abilities, basically.
This is essentially a pact for magic.
Wow.
Information for the Dawn in exchange for, and I quote, Eldritch powers. So I suppose take that as you will. And I hand it back.
So she is already defying her father. Maybe this is a good place for me to start. Maybe she is my in.
I would become friends with her. And also I would not take that, because if she found it was missing, that would be...
of course.
I think a big score against Team Nook.
Pass it back to me. I shall put it back where I found it.
And Blanco, like I said, you're not alone in this. Like, listen to me, you're not alone in this. We're going to help you. Just please, just gotta trust us just a little bit. I know that's hard. I know we haven't known each other that long. But since we've met way back before all of this, we helped free everybody.
Yeah.
Please just trust us. We're going to help you with this. You're not alone in this.
Okay, this is just when I know it consumes my heart, and to think that maybe she can help, and to think that maybe her father is the one I have been searching for all this time. to me is mind-blowing, and you cannot understand how I want to help with your mission, and I will come on your mission, and I will do this for you, but this, to me, it may cause disruption afterwards, and for that I will be sorry, but this I have to finish as well.
We know that. And but we're gonna help you with this. It's not something you can do by yourself. It's, like I said, we're involved in this too now, so if this person is that important to you, it's that important to, at least to me and for myself, it's that important to me as well, so.
Then
your goals are our goals.
Then we must keep her as our friend. We must keep her in our pocket. She will lead me there.
Blanco.
Yeah, but
I don't know if we have a choice. We have proclaimed ourselves as defiant, and she has proclaimed herself as defiant. At this point, we are, whether we want to or not, linked to each other, for better or for worse.
Then I will ask you to stand with me when I take the final part of the mission then.
We will be with you.
Then that is all I will do, and for that I will try and keep my heart under lock until we have completed what we came here to do for Barnaby.
So, just want to ask, does anyone want to do anything else in Uma's Nook? You will also have noticed that on the other side, so as you walked in through one crack, on the other side of the wall there is another wooden panel that can be lifted that leads to a crack that leads out of the wall to the edge of the island. You can see through the crack that you can see the undulating purple arcane barrier that sits around the People's Republic and the Imperial City. And you can hear the whir of airship fans just off in the distance. Anything else you guys want to do in the Nook before making your way back through downtown? And I assume to Ulfr's house, but for me to assume makes an ass of me and you. So I'll let you guys lead with that one.
I will just go over to the crossbow and try to make eye contact with R&R and just say, just once?
Oh my god.
It is an adventure, R&R.
I'm not your dad. You can go do as you please, I suppose. Just make sure it hits. And Arnar's just gonna kind of head in his hands. Can I look out for City Boy real quick? I want to make sure that big fucker isn't creeping up on us or anything.
Yeah, amazing. Can you peek your head out of the so you peek your head out of the crack into like the city part of the wall. Can you please make a either investigation or perception check, whichever you would like.
You know I gotta do investigation for a total of 16.
For a total of 16.
Yes.
You have inspiration too if you want to bump it up.
I have a bad feeling about the fight that will inevitably come up, so I'm gonna keep that one in the wings.
Also, Sam, for your line about thunder and rain, your inspiration is a D10 now as well.
Oh shit! Thank you.
And as you kind of peer out into the darkness, your eyes like adjust. You see a large head just disappear behind a building.
Should I fucking talk to this guy?
He's probably, and the building is probably about 20-30 feet away from you, from where you are.
I'm gonna turn to the group and be like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna step out. I kind of like raise my arms like.
I'm gonna fly along, just be kind of behind, because like I don't feel like trust everyone going off alone, so I'll be kind of flying like
cool.
on the wings.
So you have R&R and Geo leave out through the crack that you guys entered. Sorry, R&R and Toad. My apologies, I said Geo. R&R and Toad exit through the crack there. Geo, are you picking up the crossbow and heading out the other crack to go shoot stuff?
Geo, do you really think this is good? You don't want to bring attention to it. Maybe you fire a tomato at the roof. Just like, Oil did.
Part of being on an adventure is doing adventurous things, and people will...
Evis, you're just stood there listening to them debate this tomato shooting situation.
And what I'll say, Blanco, is I will try not to hit a ship, but I think I'd love to just shoot this out into the sky.
But you could hit maybe the barrier, and that sets off the alarm, and then we what do you feel? What do you think?
What if you use it to hit somebody and like embarrass them, right? If they're like a real bad guy, you can let them know your displeasure for their presence with a tomato to the fucking face.
Oh, I love that, Evis. I don't know if I want to take it from Uma, but I think maybe I'll take the tomato.
Fuck's sake.
The tomato also is a very nutritious snack, and I know that a lot of your diet is based around water-based snacks, and tomatoes, they're high in water content, so, also an option.
I sift through the vegetable box. I see a tomato, but I also see some other greens in there.
There is a head of lettuce.
There's a head of lettuce. As well, so I have the tomato and the head of lettuce, and I say, "Do you think she'll mind?"
Enchilada. Salad.
You could put some like croutons in there. Get some croutons, some good cheese. You have a full salad.
We'll take them back to Ulfer's. Okay, I'm fine.
I think Ulfer would need. I don't think Ulfer has had a vegetable in a very long time.
Gio is the kind of guy who would fuck up a salad bar.
Experience
for everyone else.
Pizza Hut.
Take Gio to the Pizza Hut.
Yeah, exactly. Pizza Hut salad bar.
They would have to close it.
Yeah, exactly. So, as you guys are saying this, you grab this and you guys kind of make your way out. While they're kind of grabbing stuff before they make their way out, Arnar and Toad, you kind of step out into the darkness, and what do you guys do?
You're not very sneaky.
Oh.
You hear no response.
If you are attempting to intimidate and or threaten harm upon me, that I can understand. However, if you are to threaten harm upon any of my friends, I will make sure I spread your bones across every inch of this city to spread the message that I and my friends are not to be fucked with.
You see a large figure step out from behind the building, straighten himself up and kind of pull on his waistcoat as he steps into the light, and you can see his many golden necklaces shining in a little bit of light from the nook. You can see his 2 knuckle dusters that say City and Boy on them kind of gleam in the light as well. As he steps forward, he says, "Oh, I was not planning on hurting you, little green man. I live here. I was just trying to see what you were doing. I did not see you come down here before."
We have simply made a new acquaintance.
Oh, you met little buzzhair girl.
Yes.
Oh, she very nice. Me her talk sometimes share vegetables.
I'm an insight. Can I insight check what they're talking? I want to insight check them. What they're talking.
Go for it.
What is that? It's only an 11.
As you look at his body posture and the way that he's coming, he's not like in fighting stance, and he's not doesn't have any weapons or anything. He's very much hands at his side, coming forward very not aggressively, basically, from what you can tell. I just want to know what you do down here, Mr. Little Green Man.
I'm sorry I came off so strong. I'm a little stressed is all. My friends and I simply met, little buzz-hair woman after a party, and she took us back to her place to hang out and talk and to eat vegetables.
Oh, Constantine always tell me if lady ask you back to their place, then it's good sign, lady like you. But I not always believe him because I always see him with man. I don't know whether he can speak the truth on these matters.
Arno does not laugh. I don't know anything about that, but this is our friend.
Oh,
Yes, I want to apologize, City Boy. I feel like I have been cold to you, and you have been nothing but kind to me. Well, not in the ring, but that is simply a job. Regardless.
I was going to say you punch real good for small man, and my arm. And though he's got his arm splayed, he's got it like in a sling, like around his thing from where you broke it. He's like, I not lose many times before, and for me, it's going to be new life experience, new emotion. I have to come back and win, but maybe one day we see each other in the ring again. I have to say, I very much enjoy spending time with you, though.
Thank you. Yes, I think you are a very formidable combatant and a very decent person. Yes.
Oh, this mean a lot to me, City Boy. I like you. I like your face. To smash, but I feel like maybe me and Little Green Man, not you, Little Green Man, and he points at Toad. You, Little Green Man, maybe we be friends. Maybe one day. I don't have many friends. Lots of people like me, but not many friends.
I think, what was it? Tina's? Was that the
Tina's.
restaurant?
Tina's place, yeah.
Made up? Tina's place.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can grab some food at Tina's place in a little while, but...
Oh!
Yes.
You like Tina's Palace as well?
Yes.
It's very good, lots of food. I like it lots, especially after a long day of fighting little people like you. It make me strong in the, in this part right here, this one, and
yes,
then,
I can see.
in this one here too. It make me very strong.
Yes, you have fantastic lats.
Lat, I do not know what lat is, but you also have fantastic lat, and you, other little small green thing, you also have fantastic lats.
Toad has wings, literally.
Did I say that correctly? Lat.
Yes, yes.
Okay, look, I don't want any trouble. I just go home now. Maybe Tina's place sometime, lots of food.
Yes, we will put them out of business for the day. How about that?
I like this idea.
Name is Toad, by the way. Toad.
Oh, hello, Mr. Little Toad. You are very little. He is small, but you are very little, Mr. Toad.
I mean, we're worm toad, I'm pretty big. I'm not the smallest worm toad. I mean,
ignore him. We will meet again, City Boy. Again, sorry for the threats.
Not a problem. And you see him take off his little bowler hat and kind of do a little twirl with it and bow and be like, "It is pleasure to see you again. Goodbye, good night, and like my daddy used to say, sleep well, beg bugs not bite you 'cause you crush them."
Something along those lines, yes.
Good night. And you see him kind of begin trudging off.
He's a big old softy. He's a big old softy.
Look at
City Boy.
Mila. It's like I am. That was awesome. We just did right there. That was awesome. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
So, As this is said, the others join the group, and I assume you guys plan to make your way to Ulfr's house. Are you guys heading back through downtown to Ulfr's house to finish off your evening?
Yeah, I think so.
Amazing.
One hell of an evening.
Gio and Blanco, can you please make constitution checks with advantage because of your bear's endurance? We'll call them saving throws. Let's go with saving throws, not checks. Though the modifier is the same, let's go with saving throws. Oof.
18.
18?
8.
8. Beautiful. So, you guys easily make your way through downtown. As you do come back to that street where you guys had that battle with Rom, you can see that 90% of the plant foliage has been gone, and as are the guards. There's no more guards kind of cleaning out that street anymore. You guys make your way through Midtown to Ulfr's house, and when you get into Ulfr's house, it's very quiet. You know, you can tell nobody's awake. I imagine. So I'll describe 2 things before we take our break quickly. So one thing I'm going to say, everyone but Gio, where do you decide to go to sleep? Now I'll just describe, in the attic loft there is bunk beds ample enough for every single one of you to sleep on a bed. There is also a downstairs next to the kitchen, there is an office area that has like a really nice kind of like a, lounge-like area, like a morning room, living room, I don't know what you guys call it in America, that place. And then upstairs you've got a nice office with like really nice like sofa and stuff up there with loads of books. You then have Ulfr's room, which though, you know, if you wanted to go stay in the same bed as him, you could do because the bed that he has is big enough for like 6 people. He's got a ginormous bed in his room. But yeah, where'd you guys kind of fall asleep, the rest of you, in Ulfr's house?
Ooh. I'll let you guys go, because I have a couple ideas. I'll let you guys go, because I have a couple.
Basement.
Basement? Amazing. You're in that basement. Do you have anything for pillow, or are you just kind of like finding like a cold corner and just R&R in a cold corner?
I use the head that I knocked off as pillow.
Nice. Amazing. Incredible. Cool. What about Evis? Where's Evis crashing in this lovely house?
Evis doesn't, really sleep. Ever. So I think what they're gonna do, is continue like this pattern of being like the party parent and just like keep an eye on everybody and keep an ear out for any particular like.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you trancing at this point? Are you like going into a trance?
Yeah, I think they're gonna trance. They're definitely gonna trance just for maybe like a little bit.
Get your long rest in and then be watching everybody.
Yeah.
Cool. Blanco, where are you? And then we'll come to Toad and then we'll deal with Gio.
Blanco sort of likes to be off in a space where he feels sheltered, and so he sort of wanders around, finds the office, goes into under the desk of the office and starts licking off the disguise, like licking off the black.
As you step into the room, a fire in the mantelpiece ignites and begins filling the room with this like warm kind of air and energy.
I was like, me and Sam both running and we're like, oh my god, it's a crap.
To begin with, he is startled because fire is like his nemesis, and he backs away and sort of like backs back into the desk, but feels the warmth, and he's been sort of like wanting some warmth. He's feeling a bit, unsure and upset and everything. So he'll sort of make his way to the back of the room, but start flicking off the...
Amazing. Toad, what about you?
So, and I wanted to, before I go to bed, I want to talk to Sato first, and but I wanted to go to Blanco first. So I wanted to stop by Blanco. If I saw them in the office, I'd probably wait and see and kind of, if I could just, before they go to bed. If I could just...
yeah, of course.
And so I kind of knock on the door from like the doorway. Blanco.
Sí.
Do you have a quick moment before I hit the hay?
Yeah, amigo.
Yeah, so I just today was definitely the last couple of days have been crazy, but if you could, I would like to know more about your master. I mean, before Because then, like, maybe some of the good memories, just, I would like to honor them with a song, and I would love to know more about them, because they seem so important, and I just want to know just more about them as a person, if you don't mind sharing. If not, that's fine, but I would.
I will share one thing with you for now, because I think we are tired, but he was honorable to the core, honorable to his guild, to the artisan and the merchant guild. He was honorable to his family. He was honorable to his people. And that is worth more than money. We were not a wealthy family, but he was the most honorable man I've ever met in my life. And I need to bring the honor back, because I have not been honorable when I did not save him. And if I can go back with honor, my family will love me again. And it will be a moment that I have dreamt of for these past 2 years. You saw me on Ulugatus. You know that I have been journeying for a long time to make this happen. And for me, this will be the end of a sad part of my story. And I have to go back and make now a happy part of my story. My life cannot finish in a sad part.
I'm gonna definitely fly over, give Skip Blanco the biggest hug that Toe can give.
It would be an honor for you to sleep here with me tonight, if you so wish.
Yeah. I definitely. This room seems it's nice and warm. It's very toasty. That bar is like really nice.
You can nestle down here in my shoulder fur if you wish.
I mean, I am kind of clammy and sticky, but I mean, if you don't mind your fur getting kind of clammy, that's fine. And I will say this, so I think whenever you do go back, I think your family's gonna love singing no matter what. So whenever you go back, no matter what, I think they're gonna be overjoyed to see you again, because you say you're dishonorable, but I don't see that. The way you've helped us, I don't see that at all. You got a good heart, and so whenever you go back, they're gonna be overjoyed.
Thank you. Gracias. This means the world to me, and one day I will believe it as well.
Hey, I'll keep playing my songs until you do. So get me in your corner every day. I'll keep playing the song every day until you believe it. So I got you.
And you know what? I have your back. What I can do for you, Toad, I am there. We are brothers.
Now I have two. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
At this moment, we cut to Geo, who is drunkenly fumbling around the hallway outside, and kind of makes their way down to the last door in the hallway, opens it, and finds a very regal bathroom in front of him. Kind of strides in, closing the door behind him, sees this bathtub that is clearly made for, like, I don't know, we're talking maybe 4 or 5 people. And in, like, like how when you like cough and just let out like all that energy and you give a little, and almost like a coughing kind of action, you see Geo just kind of flump and slide into the bath and kind of shoom, shoom in the bath as he slowly just kind of begins to retract himself into his shell and fall asleep in the bathtub of Ulfr's house. And that's where we're going to take our break for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Sky Realm here at Homie and the Dude. We appreciate it infinitely. It is awesome that you have joined us. We hope you enjoyed seeing the party meet Uma, a new ally, and finding out some deeper information. Maybe we know who Blanco's man with the black hands is. Maybe she's going to be there to assist you guys. Is the Dawn a warlock patron? All questions that are to be answered in the future. But if you have been enjoying any of this series, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. As well as that, we do have a Discord server where you can get loads of behind the scenes content, talk to Tom and I and the cast, as well as also interact with all the amazing stuff we have going on in there. Finally though, we have a newsletter of holding. That's right, it's got all the stuff that you can imagine. Free D&D supplements, behind the scenes content, updates on our airship combat system, giveaways for our for our family made XL dice that you get entered into for free. The newsletter is free. Everything is free. So feel free to click that link in the description. We'd love to have you join that group of nearly 600 people that are in our newsletter at the moment. So go join that awesome community. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We can't tell you how much we appreciate it here at Humanoids. We'll catch you guys in the next episode.